What's up, Capstone family? This is Ed coming at you on the 15th of September, 2023. I like saying the date in there because this is also something that I can reflect back on and go, hey, what were we doing and what was happening at that time? Been reflecting. These are kind of like my journal entries for the week. And some of the things that I'm putting in here, I like to say that they're for you all, but they're also for me, and like recognizing where we are, what we're doing, what we're experiencing. It's an interesting market. This is a crazy place right now. Most of our sales business that we had done, whereas, back in the day, like more than 50% of our top line revenue was always sales. And that's been taken over by the property management side of things. We are still actively adding new doors, and realistically, like, we're seeing so many new things. So later in this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the numbers really quickly on the sales side because we're starting to see some changes there. But then I also wanted to go into a win for us this week. Like, we saw a win that I wanted to share with you, and I wanted to elaborate on that. So first, let me go into the numbers. So when we're looking at the numbers this week, what we've been seeing, the peak, the threshold for sellers, if you were to sell your property this year, the best time for the least amount of inventory, highest amount of buyer activity was in June. Between June and July of this year was that window. August is when we're seeing all of those closings, right? Now we're starting to see this uptick in inventory. For a minute, when it came to July, we started seeing it. It was gradually increasing. We talked about this on the videos, and now it's coming up. We were sitting at like 10,000 houses active on the market at that time. Now we're closer to just over 12,000. So it's gone up a little bit by then. We're seeing buyer sentiment waning. We are also, the Cromford Market Index, the Cromford reports that I push out to you all, that you all can see, they have an index that tells us what does the market look like in every municipality. Is it a seller's market? Is it a buyer's market? Well, over the last few weeks, in all but 3 municipalities, it's been leaning and dropping from a stronger seller's market to heading back down towards a buyer's market. Now, only one, which is Cream Creek, is technically a buyer's market right now based on the Cromford Index, based on the supply and demand in that area. But again, like, we're starting to see that drop. And historically, this is the time when things start getting a little softer, as it is on the sales side as we approach the end of the year. Okay, so that's where the market is on the resale side. If you do have to sell, there are other options depending on what your circumstances are. If you're an investor, you're carrying your property, you perhaps don't want to take a huge sale or a taxable event, we might have options for you. Let me know if we can have a good conversation about that. I'd love to talk to you about that and see what kind of options are available to you. For us, for the win for the week. All right, so for us, it's always, property management is one of those, and the thing that keeps driving our passion in this business is that there is always something to fix. There's always something to improve upon. That's why I always ask you, like, what is it that you'd like us to talk about? What is it that you'd like to see? A couple weeks ago, we launched that new, it's on the template, you've got basically a breakdown, a good snapshot of what the numbers are for your property now that you can see on your portal in real time. It's awesome. It looks really, really cool. Got some good feedback on that. Thank you for those that gave us the feedback. This week, what we're doing, because there's the first part, the leasing part of the properties has been a little more challenging this summer. But the next piece of that is going to be, hey, making sure that those tenants are having the experience, not just when they're in the property, but the transition going into the property. What we did this week, here in the office, there were some calls made, checking to see how that experience was. 2 people of the 6 that were contacted gave us exceptional ratings. The ratings were really, 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 really good feedback. We only got feedback from 3 of the 6 so far. All 3 gave us stellar reviews. They would recommend, and they would recommend that somebody use Capstone, which is great. Again, these are tenants moving into the properties. All 3 of them did have feedback that needed to be corrected. There's no perfect house. There's no one way, but Their feedback on their experience with Capstone led them to feeling like they were heard, led them to feeling like it was an amazing move-in experience. And two of them, one in particular, said that this was the best move-in experience she's ever had with a property management company, and she's never experienced something like that before. Boom. Good job, team. That feels good. Because again, we're just wanting to offer the best level of service. If we were out here to offer mediocre service, then it wouldn't be this fun. So thank you for making that an awesome experience for our clients, Capstone team. For those of you that are watching this, if you have properties with us and you have questions, you have feedback, you have anything, please let me know. I love the feedback. We love something that we can be doing differently because again, this is a constant improvement. This is a business that we have to constantly be improving. We have to constantly be doing better than yesterday. And we love it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And if there's anything we can do to be of assistance or anything that I haven't mentioned in this video, please let me know. Have a good weekend.